Does that woman like you, or is she just using you emotionally? Does she enjoy your friendship because she's getting to know you before dating, or does she just want to be your friend forever? Is she a healthy Christian woman or a toxic woman just stringing you along for selfish reasons? In this video, we're going to discuss how to identify a toxic woman who is just using you in friendship and will never date you. This clip is taken from my course called The Mind of a Woman: How to Understand a Woman and Communicate the Right Message to Her. If you're interested in this course or any of my other relationship courses, I wanted to let you know I'm offering a big scholarship for everyone who enrolls before February 26th at 11:59 p.m. I'm also offering 3 months of email coaching with me for everyone who enrolls before the deadline, along with a bunch of other bonuses. Click the link in the description of this video to learn more. Number 4, a woman fears being alone. Therefore, many toxic women use men to emotionally connect with in friendship until they find a guy they're actually going to commit to in romance. Generally speaking, if a guy and a woman are close friends, typically what that means is someone in the relationship likes the other person as more than a friend, but they're willing to settle for friendship because they know they can't have more than that. And then the other person may just want friendship or knows the other person likes them but doesn't want more, so they just are willing to let that person be led on. And while I do know that both men and women do this type of thing, in my personal experience and observations, I've seen more women doing this in the friendship sphere than men doing that. So as a guy, you need to be careful that you're not getting strung along by a woman who's just using you emotionally for the time being because she hasn't yet found the guy that she's actually romantically interested in. Again, as we talked about in the last point, whereas men are sinful, godless men who aren't repenting of sin, they're just after sex usually. When you put this in the female perspective and she's a godless woman who's not repenting and she's not seeking Christ, what she's not after sex like a man is, what she's after is that emotional connection that makes her feel filled up and wanted and like she has somebody. But she's going to use a man differently than a man's going to use a woman. She's going to use him emotionally. And so she kind of keeps him in the friend zone, basically wanting all the benefits from this guy like he's her boyfriend, but she's not willing to give any of the benefits of being a girlfriend. And I'm certainly not talking about sexual benefits because I believe all sexual activity should only take place in the context of marriage, but she's not going to offer that commitment and exclusivity that a girlfriend should be offering her boyfriend. She's going to want all this emotional energy from you, but she's not going to give you other things that she should be giving you as a girlfriend. Again, just wanting the boyfriend benefits without the girlfriend commitment. And she's going to keep you in that friend zone until she finds a guy that she has an emotional connection with like she does with you, but who she also wants in a romantic way. So as a man, it's best just to don't play this friendship game. Let's all be honest here. You're not looking for a best friend that's a girl. You're looking for a wife. And you might think you're going to one day win her through being her friend long enough, but realistically what you're probably doing is just losing more and more respect from her because she sees that you're willing to degrade yourself to be in her presence without her actually having to give you anything to be in your life. So as the guy who's just willing to take what he can get and be her friend, even though she knows you like him as more than a friend, you're losing respect. She's not going to value and see you as a guy that can actually lead her because you're willing to settle for whatever she's giving you, throwing the crumbs to you. You're not that strong man who has respect for himself and is going to move on when he knows this girl's just using him emotionally. So what I would recommend you do is just be honest and say, listen, I really like you. If you want to date, I'd be happy to see where this goes and, we could go into a dating relationship, but I don't feel like you're looking at me that way and I'm not really looking for a best friend, so I'm going to go my separate ways. You don't have to be enemies with this girl. I'm not saying that, but avoid being close friends with a woman that you want to be more than friends with. By you moving on, you actually have a better chance of being with her anyway because she might see you as someone more than just a friend. But big picture, you should move on for genuine reasons because you don't want to waste your life in the friend zone hoping to have some woman that's just not interested in you in that way. God has a woman out there for you if he's called you to marriage who's going to want you like you want her. I hope you enjoyed this clip from my course called The Mind of a Woman, hosted on AGW University. For more information about my courses and the scholarship, click the link in the description of this video before the February 26th deadline. I'm Mark from ApplyGodsWord.com. I'll see you at the next video. God bless.